Alrighty, g'day, it's Steph from Tradies Get Online, and we're here today in the Advice2Go for Aussie Tradies Facebook page. So that's awesome. So let's just do a quick check. I'm going to hit the refresh button here on the big screen, and just make sure that we are actually live, and we are, which is phenomenal. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna move that one to the side. Let's give it about I don't know, another 30 seconds before we actually start the Prezzo here. Just so in case anyone needs to, they're running late or they're just loading their Facebook up, then they can jump in. But if we haven't met before, I'm Steph. I run Tradies Get Online, and the awesome team here at Advice2Go have asked me to present some content to you today. So I really hope that it's simple. I really try to remove any jargon, any rubbish marketing crap from any time I do any presentations, because that doesn't help anybody. We just want simple, clear, very next step actions for our business as tradesmen, because there is so much crap out there, and sorry if crap's as much swearing as I'll do. There's so much stuff out there that marketers are throwing to tradies. Tradies, I mean, you know that you need to do marketing, but what even is it, and where to start, and what's going to work best, and how quick does it work, and all this kind of stuff. So I really hope that today's content is going to help really clear some of this stuff up, give you some really clear and give you some clarity around the next steps you need to make on your website, and hopefully get you taking action. So awesome. We've got a few people on the Facebook Live already, which is awesome. So thank you. I see you. Let's keep running, because we don't want to wait half an hour for everyone to turn up. Let's just do this damn thing. All right. So I'm Steph, and I'm your host for today. And if you have any questions, then I'm sure that I'll wait till the end, and I will answer them for you. But yeah, this is me. So first things first. I have spoken and worked with tradies for years. There's a belief that your website is an expense, and there is a portion of people that simply just complain about their website and the lack of what it's doing, and the fact that it does nothing for you. And there's another portion of tradesmen who realize that a website is really good for you, really good for your business, and you should be tweaking it and tinkering with it to make sure that it is actually starting to grow your business. So there's two very different camps. So I don't know what camp you are in, but if you're in the camp that wants to do something, then comment, give me a yes, say yes, thumbs up, give me a love, use an emoji there. Let me know what camp you're in. Are you in the screw it, websites suck party? Or are you in the, I know that websites can work for my business and I want to do something about it. Okay, so let me know in the comments below what party you're a part of, all right? Now, if you are just sort of jumping in, then you should know that first things first, if you got a website, this Prezzo is going to make it, it's going to show you a few clarity points around how you can actually make it better. And from today's Prezzo, you can actually do take some notes, and you'll be able to make some changes come Friday, tomorrow, if that's a working day for you. Otherwise, maybe Monday. You've sort of thought about playing with the bait, free ebook, freebie, freemium download. There's a whole bunch of techno jargon crap that people will use, but basically you've been considering, what can I give to my customers to add more value so that they come back, they buy once, they buy twice, they tell all their friends about you. So that's their number two. What is something that I can give my customers that is of value, so that I can give them get some reciprocity back. Sorry, I've just had a comment come in and it completely threw me. So all good. Gabby, there we go. Stock on how to create a sleek website design. So yes, awesome. That is a great thought. So yeah, I'll try not to get too distracted by the comments and the little dings popping up here, and just focus on the slides so that we can get through, and then we'll answer anything at the end of the Prezzo. All right, the last point here is that you want your website to be a sharp tool. You want it to you want to grind that edge, and you want to make sure that it is the sharpest tool in your wheelhouse, because it can be. It can seriously provide you results. You just need a few tweaks to make sure it happens. Now, this was the most stock image that I could find about focus. Now, first rule of marketing is the fact that you need to niche. Okay, so if you have heard of niching, you want to niche, someone's told you to niche, I'm a big believer in tradesmen niching. Okay, like hands down, mic drop. In fact, if I just end the presentation here right now and you go and niche, then brilliant. You have done something so phenomenal for your business. I know myself, niching has completely opened up the doors for me to work with awesome people like Advice2Go and other tradesmen. You know, you guys see me as a specialist because this is all I do. And I want you to see this in my business, and I would like you to do it for you too. I recently spoke to an auto electrician up in Queensland. All he does is 4x4, edits. He used to be in the gutter working on all sorts of gigs. He's now only doing 4x4 camper vans and this kind of work. He's niching and getting rid of his workshop and focusing down has truly opened up his business. So your website is the perfect place to tell people who the hell you are and what you do. And if you're going super wide, so if your marketing is like, you know, you're doing everything for everyone, it's really hard to get results. Well, you can get results, but it's going to take a very long time. You know in yourself, when you're doing all different kinds of work, it's very hard to hire for all different kinds of work because you need a jack of all trades and a master of none. It's very hard to invoice because everything's always different. It's very hard to quote. So the more systemized your business gets and the more specialized your business gets, obviously, it's going to be a lot easier to invoice and to get paid, which is, I think, bottom line, one of the most important things. So mic drop, if I just leave right now, that's the most important slide. But for the sake of Advice2Go, I will continue on. All right, so your homepage is a roundabout, okay? So, and I don't know, this is like Sicily or Italy or France or somewhere. Bless me, I couldn't find a nightmare roundabout from an Australian stock site, and that's a good thing. So your website is a roundabout. Its job is to carry the traffic through the homepage and into one of your services pages. So what do I mean by that? Okay, there's all this jargon about landing pages and web pages and homepage and all this kind of stuff, and your homepage is the god of everything. No, your homepage is a roundabout. So people need to Google you or find you or enter your name and find your website, and they land at your homepage. Your homepage needs to send that person out and away to an about page, an FAQs page, a service page. I hope that makes sense. Its job is to push people around your website, and your website is to push people into your diary so that you go out there and go and service them, okay? Now, unfortunately, the truth is that most websites are a mess, in particular the homepage. There's so much going on the homepage. There's so much that awesome web developer has just thought, oh, yeah, let's throw this in and let's throw this in and let's throw this in, thinking that they need to add value in that way. But really, that doesn't add any value for anyone. All that does is it makes your website really cluttered. And then when it's super wide and not niched, it then turns into a ghost town. So yeah, we don't want that. We want nice and simple. And I'm going to show you some really simple tactics in these next few slides below. Okay, sales funnels. Now, you might have seen this before, but how do you even get a sale, right? Obviously, there's an element of awareness. They're aware that you exist. There's consideration. They're considering your business. There's conversion. That's the good bit. That's when you've done the job and they're happy and you're shooting off an invoice. Then there's loyalty and advocacy. So obviously those two elements are about recurring jobs. We're not going to touch too much into that element today. We're going to stick up the top there and talk about awareness, consideration, and conversion. Now, that little funnel there, I think maybe is a little bit too much. So let's simplify this. Let's go with the simple traffic light strategy. Okay. So if you imagine that this illustration is your homepage, your homepage's banner, the first thing that someone would see, the homepage's banner number one job is to quickly tell someone that they're in the right place. Okay, you've come to the right place. This is what this is what you can expect us to deliver for you. This is what we're about. This is what we do. Okay, so your homepage's job is in 8 seconds too, by the way. In 8 seconds, your job with the homepage is actually to tell you what the hell that you do. All right. Now, here is us. So I'm gonna basically walk you through our homepage and what's what and why there is what and here and there, and I want you to learn and take some notes from this. And I've got a little exercise. So that if you are actually jotting down some notes, I've got a little exercise in here that you can do with me as well. All right. So obviously, logo top left, that's where it belongs. That's where it is on every other website. So let's just leave it there, yeah? The idea is that you don't want anyone learning anything new on your website. You want them to come in and to understand who you are very quickly. Everything's kind of in the right place. You sit down at a dinner table at a restaurant and the plate's in the middle and the fork and the spoon and the knives are all set out next to you and there's a glass in front of you. There's nothing new to learn. Yeah. It's the same thing with your website. Okay. So logo top left, don't make it too big. Your brand doesn't actually matter. Your logo on your website doesn't actually matter. What's more important is the next section. Okay. The next section is your sales navigation. So again, I get this time and time again, we're going to sell you a 5-page website, or I've got this deal for a 6-page, or how many pages do I need? It doesn't actually matter how many pages someone's going to build for you on your website. What matters is the layout, is the sales navigation and the sales pathway that your website provides your customers, so that they then can understand what you do and then they can buy from you nice and quickly. So sales navigation. So what we've got is the homepage, the Tradies Accelerate system, the events page, the FAQs, the about us, the blog, and the contact us. Okay, so very simply, that is our sales process right there. You can jump into the program, you can jump into an event, you can learn more about us, you can read some blogs. You can contact us. So that is our sales process. Of course, there are heaps more pages on our website, but this is the path that I would want customers to take to learn more about us. Now, you can use this. So what path do you want your customers to go on? What should they need to see from start to finish in order to quickly understand exactly what you do? Yeah? Pretty simple, right? Let's not talk thousands of web pages up on this navigation here. Let's keep it super simple. A simple business is a profitable business, yeah? Okay, next step here is the tagline. So this is a little element that I'm going to get you to do in a sec. But in 8 seconds, seriously, like in 8 seconds flat, you quickly need to tell someone exactly what you do. Now, we work with market-leading tradies and builders who are struggling to generate leads online. Tradies and builders can expect the right leads more often. So that's our little tagline, and I'm going to get you to create one in a sec. But that's our tagline, that within 8 seconds, you understand exactly what it is that you do. Now, I can just see that there's a question that's come in. Are the page names important in terms of SEO? Yes, but that's a deeper question, so we'll answer that a little bit later on. Let's keep going with the slides. Stay with me, Aaron, all right? So the point of your banner is that it needs to talk about who you work with, the pain that they have, the who again, so I'm calling them out twice, and then of course the results that you provide, okay? Action, of course, so calls to action, CTA buttons, calls to action, basically a button. You can use the old submit inside the button there, but if you really want someone to click and follow you around on your website, then you need to create little buttons that have actions orientated with them, okay? So I've got here, apply to see if you're the right fit. Okay, not just submit, because what is submit even, yeah? Like it seems so computery. So the more human that you can make your website, obviously, the better. The same thing with getting invoices to paid. I'm sure that Advice2Go have got this absolutely covered, but yeah, I'm sure if the button just said, pay me now, that probably wouldn't be the best experience for your customer. So nice action orientated buttons to make people click through the website is really important. Okay. Big myth here I'm going to bust. There should be one banner to rule them all. Okay. So one website banner. I know. I'm sure you've been sold that you need 4 banners on the homepage and they've got to slide around and that's what makes a real website. Lies, nonsense, crap. I think that web marketers sell banners on website as a feature, and then they add another couple of zeros to the invoice because we put 4 images that slide around on a homepage. No, if you've got that, I'm sorry, but let's fix it. So one image to rule them all on your homepage, because no one is sitting there sliding through looking at what you do. It's 8 seconds, guys. So in 8 seconds, does your homepage clearly state who you do, what's the pain, and the results that you provide, okay? So if you've got sliding banners on your homepage, or if you're about to buy a website and they've offered you sliding banners, then you know exactly what you need to say. Okay, so a little bit of work here, because I always like to make sure that this is interactive. It's two-way. It's not just me talking at you. I want to get some banter back. So the little worksheet I've got here is a cheat sheet so that you can write your hook line for your homepage. So again, if you're in the middle of writing your homepage, then this is really awesome for you. So ours is, we work with, and this is the who, so market leading trade and builders. So we're not working with everyone. We're working with the market leading, so not the startups. We're working with the market leading trades and builders, and be really specific, okay? So we work with who, and then who are, this is the pain bit, struggling to generate leads online. And then there's a bit more words in there, and then the results, okay? So tradies and builders can expect, and then in orange again, we've got the results, the right leads more often. So who? Market leading trade and builders, and their pain, struggling to generate leads online, and the results, the right leads more often. Okay, so who is your solution for? Let's stop and think. Who do you want to do work with? I don't know. You tell me. All right. What is their biggest problem? What's their biggest problem? What's their biggest pain point? And then lastly, what's their urgency? Okay. Why do they need you to come out immediately? All right. So this is really good stuff if you're reviewing your website, if you're in the middle of building it, or if you've got one and you need to blow the dust off, okay? Who is your solution for? what's their biggest pain, and what's their urgency. How quickly do they need it? Yeah, great one for these sort of 24/7 tradies. All right, so you can take this, you can screenshot this. I know the ladies mentioned that this will be a recording here, so you can watch this later. And hey, P.S. if you are watching this live, just tag live in the comments below. Otherwise, if you're watching this on the replay, hit replay so that I know. I'm going to come back and check and see and answer any more questions. But let me know if you're live right now or if you're in the replay. Anyway, you can take that and you can sort of brainstorm it later. Take it home to your business partner, or take it to the office to your business partner, whichever it works best for you. Okay, so moving on. The banner is the area where you want to tell the story. Okay, you want to tell the story of your business very quickly, and then there's a nice little button there. Now, the next step here is the traffic light sequence. So remember how we spoke about this little funnel? Okay, the awareness, consideration, the conversion. And we spoke about how we wanted to make it simpler by using the traffic light system, okay? So what on earth does that mean, and how can we put it into action, okay? So, red light, awareness. Like, I am aware of what you do. The orange box is the box for, we go back, consideration. They're considering you. And then the green is obviously convert. So are they ready to work with you? And do they want to say, yes, can you please come and help me? Okay. So I'm going to show you what this looks like in our business, because I'm a visual learner and you might be too. Okay. All right. So so talking about funnels and how your website needs to be clear, needs to have the right messaging, it needs to work super quick, and it needs to have this traffic lights system in place. Okay. So first things first. The first box is grab our content attraction toolkit. So what this does is it stops people in the funnel. They're aware of what we do, but they're not quite ready to buy from us. And I think as business owners, we need to get really clear that that's okay. It's okay that not everyone is ready to buy from us. As a website's job is to make sure that we funnel out who's right for us and who's wrong with us as quickly as possible. Otherwise, when we're not clear, we fall into that tire kicker issue where we've got all different types of people calling us, and the wrong leads are wasting our time. So this scenario is going to help fix this. So the red light in the traffic scenario is awareness. It's a place to introduce yourself. Now, what this does, so we've got a little freebie here, a bait piece, a downloadable, it's an ebook, whatever you want to call it. It's a freebie. What that does is it asks our customers, would you like to download this freebie and start putting some action into your business? So that's the first step. Now, the next step in this scenario is the amber light, so the consideration. So when people are considering what you do, and I just realized I didn't ask you a question here, but when people are considering what you do and almost about to jump into your business, what is something that you can put in front of them so that they say yes? Okay, so for us, it's a video that then shows them what we do. It shows the process in action, okay? So let me just take a step back here. The red light, the awareness, scenario. It's people are aware and we want to give them something free of value so that we can help educate them to see if they can put their hand up if they think that they're the right customer for us. Because we don't want everyone. We only want the best customers, remember? Okay. The next box there is the video. So now I know that it's getting your mug on camera and putting it on video is daunting, but honestly, the sooner that you do it, the better. YouTube is an incredible search engine, and you should be using it it should be in your hip pocket. We're not going to talk YouTube today, but yeah, video obviously is a really good consideration tool. Now, What else could you add as a consideration tool? You could add, there could be a case study. So you could show people someone else's success. That would then help someone to go from consideration to conversion. Okay, so if you just did that, that would be awesome. Otherwise, a video of yourself introducing the business is obviously very good there too. Okay. The last piece there is obviously the green light, the conversion. So they are absolutely ready to work with you 100%. You need to make sure that the website calls these people out because they're the most important because they're ready to go. So you want to make sure that your website basically pushes people to an application form, I like to call it, with the team, not just a contact form. I want people to apply to work with us. And again, if you're a maintenance plumber, you're 24/7 electrician, I mean, people should be throwing in their information so that they can work with you. They're, if it's an electrical job, they're going to need your name, and you want to take their name, you want to take their email, you want to take their address, and the fault, what's going on, maybe even some photos. They can upload some photos on their phone. The more information, obviously, you have about a job, faster, the more often you can quickly get in there and diagnose if they're the right or wrong customer for you. They feel like they're winning too because they're putting all this information and then they're going to get a response. So, of course, everyone has a different strategy, but this is what we've done, and this is a visual guide to show you and to sort of speed you up so that you can maybe get something done this month or even in these next 90 days. If you knocked a whole bunch of these off and added them to your website, you'd be so much further ahead. So awareness, okay? A freebie, a download, a checklist, a guide. Again, this could be a case study. It could be a document with a bunch of videos in it, like a bunch of video links in it, okay? But it's something of value that the customer can take away and they can show their coworkers, they can show their partner, they can show their friends. It's something that they can share and discuss your business with the decision makers, okay? So very cool. Number 2 is a consideration, build rapport. Show them something that that helps build rapport. And then that last one there, the green light, the conversion tool. Very quickly, you need to ask people, do you want to work with me? The more times you ask for someone's business, obviously the more chances you are of actually getting their business. Okay. So yeah, I hope that, I don't know, give me a holler if those were good for you. Okay. Okay. What else? I am a big pug fan, so excuse the pug here. So what else can you do? What other quick tips do I have here before I go? Because it has already been half an hour. Okay. So what else? What else can we do? Let's go through some quick do's and don'ts. Another big no from me is social media. Social media on the top of your website. Now, in this slide, you can see that there is no Facebook, there's no Instagram, there's no YouTube. I mean, of course, I'm on Instagram. We use that as a great channel for our business. Of course, we're on YouTube and we do a little bit of Facebook work, but you don't see it on the homepage because those are distraction tools. The last thing I want when I've spent time and effort building my SEO, building my rapport with my customers, they then finally get to my website and they see Facebook and they go and click Facebook and they run away from my business. Okay, that's what social media buttons do when they're on the very top of your website. So what do I suggest? I suggest that you put your social media channels down the bottom of the website. Okay, that's where I strongly believe that they belong. Okay, so yes, not on the top, but on the bottom. Okay, next thing. Remember how I said that your navigation is a sales navigation? Here is where I hide all the other links and all the bits and pieces on our website, okay? And that way, Google can come from top to bottom of the website, can scroll through, and can then quickly move through the entire website, recrawl us, and give us some more ranking power. Now, again, learning here. Very often, I see tradesmen at the bottom of their website, and it's not your fault, guys. It's the web developer with the sweet nothings that they're whispering in your ear. It's I often see, especially in the plumbing and electrical trades, I see a list of suburbs. I see every single suburb in New South Wales or Sydney or Melbourne, and it's carnage. There's every single suburb listed here. That technique no longer works, okay? We simply cannot load all our suburbs that we want to rank for in the bottom of the website and just hope that that works, okay? Now, again, I don't want to go too far into a whole other subject here, but if you want to rank for a core service in a core location, you need a web page on it, okay? Now, it doesn't matter if it's, linked in the middle of a whole bunch of suburbs at the bottom of the website. That technique is dead. But what you do need is a page on it, because Google ranks web pages, not websites. So Google ranks web pages. So if you want to rank for something, someone's spoken about ranking here before. If you want to rank for something, then you need a web page on it. So you need a new page on it. This is where someone will say it's a landing page and use a la-di-da marketing word. I hate la-di-da marketing words, so I try not to use them too much. So it's just simply a page. In WordPress, it's a brand new page in the back. So a new page for every key term that you want to be ranked for, every location you want to be ranked for. Okay, what else is good to go on your homepage? Blog articles. Great idea to put on your website, on your homepage, some blogs. And we all should be blogging, just like we all should be doing email marketing, okay? So your blog articles are a great little piece of media that you can put at the bottom of your homepage, because if someone's got from the top of your website all the way down the bottom and they still haven't decided where to go, then again, following that homepage is a roundabout, strategy that I've suggested. A blog article might, sort of get them to click on it and then get them to move in and through your website. Now, again, going back to Google, the more that someone goes through your website, the more pages they go. So the deeper they go on your website, and the more time spent on your website, obviously, that's going to equal more SEO goodies. Now, there's been a little ding here. Does having more pages affect the speed of your website? No, technically not. No. You should be able to do a speed test and get that website as fast as possible. So just having more pages does not affect speed. What actually affects speed is all the JavaScript and code and crap that someone might have loaded into your site. So forgive me, I'm taking the bait and I'm answering questions as I go. So I'm going to try and focus and stick to the end of this. Okay, 2 more slides. Here's the last one. Quick facts. Your website attracts leads and can generate revenue for your business, okay? So if your website is not doing that, then it's not doing its job. Your website is the sharpest tool in the shed. Well, it should be, because there are thousands of people searching for someone like you right now even, or even in the middle of the night, and your website should be pulling those people in, okay? Number 2, obviously, doing it alone is not really going to move the needle. And this goes for everything in business. If you're on your own, or if obviously, as soon as you duplicate yourself and you get an apprentice or you get a second person, your workload starts to get a lot easier. Okay, so even with your marketing, you should have someone to work with for your marketing. Okay. Number 3, of course, we only work with 3 tradies per suburb. So first in, best dressed. So I'm just going to leave that one there. But the offer that I wanted to give you guys today was something that I did for Advice2Go. We have an event coming up, which is live and online in August. And for the community here at Advice2Go for Aussie Tradies, we have put a little promo code, Advice2Go, and you can grab $50 off the event that is coming up in August. So I will leave that there. And I'm going to I'm going to cruise through these questions. So Aaron, g'day. So he said he's on the chat live. Let's load all comments. Here we go. Is that all of them? Da, da, da. Okay, so yep, Aaron is live. That is awesome, and thank you. Great advice on getting the best customer, not just any customer. Yes, I don't think we went into business to work with everybody, right? Like, you're really good at what you do and your trade, and that's why you've decided to run a business for yourself. The disservice that every tradie might come across is the fact that you're just running around off your feet. You do not get into business to work with everyone. So the quicker that you identify who your ideal customer is, the better. Does having more pages affect the speed of your website? So again, just going through the speed question. So no, web pages doesn't affect the speed of your website. The speed issue on a website is massive, and it needs to be fixed. Because speed, obviously, the faster a website is, the faster it can load, the faster the customer is happier. If you've got a really slow loading website, Google sees this and they stop showing your website because it's slow and boring and it's like tiresome and I can't see it and it's frustrating, okay? So a nice, quick loading website is obviously going to win in Google's ranking award system. And of course, that's how you keep those number 1, number 2, and number 3 positions. Okay, I've got here Chris saying thank you for answering. I think that is it from the questions. Let me just see. Is there anything else in here? I'm gonna open up this little. Here we go. Yep, I'm seeing a bunch of questions. Thanks for your help. Super handy. I'm just gonna click here. Here we go. Thanks for answering. Gabby was live. I think those are all the. Always a fan of your advice, Steph. Good work. Fantastic. And Alan Holland dropped in here too, to say thank you for the information. So awesome. So guys, I hope that this was really valuable for you today. Of course, continue to hang out in this community. There are 1,000 other like-minded business owners hanging out in here and doing the work. So make sure if you've got some burning questions, bring them to this community, because someone in here is going to have the answer because they have done it before and they can provide that to you, or someone else might be going through the same business challenges that you've got. So really important that you bring your questions to this community so that you guys can all grow together. All right, so all good. I am Steph from Tradies Get Online. It has been an absolute pleasure to present to the Advice2Go for Aussie Tradies community today. I hope that you'll have me back, and if any of it was of value, please let me know, because I don't know, it gets me really excited. It means that I'm doing this for a purpose and for a reason, and it's making an impact in your life. So I love to hear the feedback. All right, well, I will hit the close button, and I will see you somewhere on the internet. All right, bye.